What's up, Kings Nation? Zombie here. Today, I'm bringing you your weekly predictions for Week 16. But before we get into Week 16, we have to go back and look at Week 15 and see how we did. So, let's go ahead and get into that. So, the Thursday night games was the Rams versus the Seahawks. We picked the Seahawks to win, and they won, so we got that one correct. Dolphins versus the Jets. We picked the Dolphins to win. We got that one correct. Packers versus the Bears. We picked the Packers. We got that one correct. Bills versus the Browns. We picked the Bills. We got that one correct. Eagles versus the Ravens. We picked the Ravens. The Ravens barely pulled it out, but we got that one correct. Titans versus the Chiefs. We got that one wrong. The Titans won. I kind of wanted to pick the Titans too, but oh well. Steelers versus the Bengals. We picked the Steelers. And as you guys know, the towel thing is apparently what cost the Bengals to lose. Giants versus the Lions. We picked the Giants and they won, so we got that one correct. Vikings versus the Colts. Oh my god, we got that one wrong, definitely. The Colts, Andrew Luck came out and just so we got that one wrong. Texans versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars actually had a chance to win this. Like, wow. But we got that one correct. Cardinals versus the Saints. This one, we almost got it right, but we got it wrong. Falcons versus the 49ers. The Falcons absolutely demolished them, so we got that one correct. Raiders versus the Chiefs. Raiders versus the Chiefs. I meant Raiders versus the Chargers. Yeah, we got that one wrong. Patriots versus the Broncos. We picked the Patriots, and the Patriots won. Bucks versus the Cowboys. We picked the Bucks, and the Cowboys won. So we got that one wrong. Redskins versus the Panthers. We picked the Redskins, but the Panthers won. So we got that one wrong. So let's see how many we got right, how many we got wrong. So we went 8-6 again, I think. This is bad. Like, we're declining, but so we are now 59-25, which is still over 50%. So, yeah. But we've been declining these last 2 weeks. So let's see if we can hop back on that 10-4 train or higher this week. So, first things first, let's look for the easy games. All right. So, first easy game. Chargers versus the Browns. Another easy game. Jets versus the Patriots. Let's see. I want to say this Jags versus the Titans game is an easy game, but I'm going to just leave these two as the easy game. So, for obvious reasons, the Patriots versus the Jets is an easy game because it's the Jets. Yeah. And the Chargers versus the Brown game is an easy game because it's the Browns. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get into this Thursday night game, which is happening tomorrow. We have the Giants versus the Eagles, and the Eagles have been poor, so we're going with the Giants. Dolphins versus the Bills. This one's actually 50-50, but because I feel the Dolphins actually have something to play for, I'm going to go with them, even though I say the Bills will put up a good fight. Actually, I kind of want to go with the Bills. Yeah, but I'm not going to. And yeah, I'm not going to. So, Titans versus the Jaguars. I'm picking the Titans just because the Titans have been doing their thing. They're coming off of two wins that people thought they should lose, the Broncos and the Chiefs. So yeah, Marcus Mariota is doing his thing, and the Jaguars lost the league to the Texans, so I say the Titans are beating the Jaguars. Vikings versus the Packers. Now, after that last week sad ass performance the Vikings had last week, I want to pick the Vikings just because I feel like AP is going to come back and do something because of his last week performance. But I'm going to stop picking favorites and I'm going to go with the Packers. So, Redskins versus the Bears. I'm kind of nervous to pick the Redskins because the Bears have actually been like competing these last couple of games. But at the end of the day, the Redskins do have more to play for. So I am going to pick the Redskins in this situation. Falcons versus the Panthers. Fuck the Panthers. I'm going with the Falcons. Just because the Panthers been getting these sappy ass wins. So and I think Julio's coming back this week too. So yeah, definitely picking the Falcons. Now, Colts versus the Raiders. This one's like 60-40 because the Raiders have the opportunity to win this game, but like after last week and the Colts, wait, who did the Colts even play again? Oh, never mind. This is a Raiders win because the Colts don't have a decent defense, and also the Raiders have a decent defense to actually stop the Colts. So yeah, we're going with that. Bucks versus the Saints. I'm going with the Bucks. I say they shake off that loss from last week, even though they barely lost. I'm gonna say they shake that off and beat the Saints. Cardinals versus the Seahawks. This one, like 70-30, but I'm going to say the Seahawks win this one. Barely. Even though I love the Cardinals and what they have on their team, I'm going to go with the Seahawks this one. Now, this next game, I ain't even going to lie. This game's a 50-50. But I'm going with the Rams because the 49ers don't know what the fuck to do. Like, that shit ridiculous. At least the Rams kind of got themselves figured out or whatever. Bengals versus the Texans. Okay, this one is like a 55-45 because the Bengals can come out and just like score up a storm, but you know the Texans have more to play for. So, oh yeah, and also they do have a new QB. Brock got benched. But I'm gonna have to go with the Texans here just because the Bengals choked last week lead and all of that. Yeah. Ravens versus the Steelers. Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers here. Rizzy and Ben. Raven fans might get mad, but y'all offense kind of iffy. So I'm going with the Steelers because they're the better all around team, you know? No hate to Raven fans or whatever, but yeah. Broncos versus the Chiefs. The Broncos a sappy ass team, the biggest excuse ever. So I'm going with the Chiefs. Overrated ass defense the Broncos got. They're on a 2-L streak. They lost to the Titans and who they lost to before that? I forgot. But I'm going with the Chiefs here. I say they shake off that loss last week to the Titans because, you know, it was Andy Reid's fault they lost because he called a timeout when he missed the field goal, and then he got another chance to kick it. But, yeah. So I'm going with the Chiefs for this game. Now, this Monday night game, this game is like 65-35. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys, and I say the Lions are going to go on the 2-L streak this week. So the reason why I'm not picking the Lions in this situation is because I feel their defense not going to be able to stop Zeke in that O-line. So, yeah, that's the reason why. Now, these are the picks for Week 16. If you disagree with any of my picks, go ahead, leave it in the comment section and tell me why you disagree. But, let's go ahead and get into who you should start for fantasy and I don't do who you should sit. I just do who you should start. So, first game, Giants versus the Eagles. Start Odell. That's the only person you should start. And start their defense too. That's the two you should start for that game. Dolphins versus the Bills. I don't. Oh wait, for the Dolphins versus the Bill game, is Tannehill still out? Because if he's out, then the Bills. You know what? I ain't gonna change my pick. But anyway, you should start no one for that game. Patriots, start the whole team. I'm not kidding. Start the whole team. Titans versus the Jaguars. Start Delaney, Marcus Mariota, and I want to say DeMarco, but it's DeMarco. So them three you should start for the Titans versus Jaguars game. Vikings versus the Packers. I say if you want to go out on a limb or put him as your flex, go ahead and start Adrian Peterson. On the Packers side of the ball, start Ty Montgomery. You can start A-Rod too, and start Jordy if you want to. Browns versus the Chargers. Go ahead and start Melvin if he's back. Well, Melvin is going to be back because this is the only game he's liable to get his 3 yards being injured. So, Melvin should be in this game. Start Felipe and Tyrell Williams. Them are the three. And you can also start our defense too. Yeah, so start those 4. Redskins versus the Bears. Start R. Kelly. Start him. Start Xavier Howard. I think that's his name, the running back for the Bears. Start Vernon. And I don't know if Jordan Reed is 100% for this game, then start him. On the Bears, if Arshawn is back, I don't know if he's back yet, but start him. And start number 81 for the Bears. I don't know his name, but start him as like your flex. I don't know his name. He's a rookie, I think. Falcons versus the Panthers. If Julio's back, start Julio. If he's not, then start any of the other wide receivers. They've been doing their thing. For the Panthers, you could go ahead and start Greg Olsen because no matter what, Cam Newton's going to make sure Greg Olsen get his. Colts versus the Raiders, start Latavius. Definitely start Latavius. You can start their receivers too, but I wouldn't. I'd just start Latavius. You could also try to start their defense. Now, Bucks versus the Saints. Do the Bucks... Oh, they have Doug Martin, but Doug Martin haven't been doing anything. So, start Mike Evans, and you can start Jameis too. Reason why you start Mike Evans is because the Saints don't have any decent corners, I think. So, you can go ahead and start them. On the Saints side, you can start Drew Brees because you know Drew Brees is going to get his no matter what. Cardinals versus the Seahawks, start David Johnson, start Thomas Rawls. You could start Jimmy Graham. You could start Larry Fitz. But other than that, that's it. You could also maybe push it a little by starting the Seahawks defense, but yeah. So 49ers versus the Rams. Do you even want to start anyone from this game? Yeah, we're going to skip that one. Bengals versus the Texans. Start Jeremy Hill and start Lamar Miller, as the running backs are going to be the biggest part of these 2 games. And we're moving on. Ravens versus the Steelers. Obviously, you want to start AB, Le'Veon, and Big Ben. That's obvious. Ravens side, yeah, nobody. Broncos versus the Chiefs. Go ahead and start that Chiefs defense. Fuck the overrated Broncos defense. And that's it. Cowboys versus the Lions. Obviously start Zeke, Golden Tate, and that's it. So, as always, hope this series is helping you guys. Hope you're winning bets, winning your fantasy league, or whatever you're using this video for. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.